Hello everyone and welcome to my review for Chainsaw Man Chapter 96, which also, as it turns out, is the penultimate chapter of Chainsaw Man. So the series will be ending next week. We're going to be getting a full color center page and a huge announcement, a very big, huge, important announcement. Most of us are probably assuming that's an anime announcement. If it's the end of the series, probably an anime announcement. Alternatively, could be like some kind of sequel, maybe, I don't know. We'll have to find out next week, I guess, or considering leaks, probably Wednesday next week. But this chapter is interesting. It's Friday morning. I'm eating my breakfast cereal. I go onto the Chainsaw Man Discord server. I pull up the leaks because on Fridays, that's when the speed scans come out. So I read it. I'm well aware that this is supposedly the second to last chapter of the series, and I read through it and I don't immediately process what happens. And then I think I see like a couple comments on the Discord, and 5 minutes later I'm thinking to myself and I'm like, oh my god, oh, yeah. So the chapter picks up right after where last week's chapter ended, with Makima tearing Pochita out of Denji's chest. She sits down for a smoke, she coughs a bunch, so I guess she doesn't really smoke. Unlike a lot of the other people working in the Devil Hunters, I guess that's sort of like to show the difference between her and the likes of Himeno and Aki. But anyway, she does like that creepy stalker shit with the little tiny Pochita rubbing it against her head, saying how they're gonna eat together and sleep together and have happy lives together. You know, really weird shit. And then Denji gets up behind her and cuts her chest open with a chainsaw, which he made out of Power's blood. So what Makima had been fighting this whole time, and I guess the explanation as to why the arms look different, was because it wasn't Denji transformed into Chainsaw Man, it was Chainsaw Man grown around his heart while he himself was still alive. So we get a little bit of a flashback to several chapters ago when Makima was shooting Chainsaw Man into space, so he ripped his own heart out and threw it back down to Earth so he could regenerate around it. And, well, I guess, obviously, he would have had to have been alive long enough to be able to throw the heart. So Denji did this and managed to keep himself alive long enough using what was left of the blood Power had given him. Is this kind of an ass pull? Maybe a little, I guess. So I know that there are going to be people that don't like this. I'm pretty fine with it after thinking about it for a while. I don't have like a huge issue with it. And because this chainsaw that he's using is also made out of Power's blood, it affects, like, it enters Makima's body and is like keeping her from regenerating, which I guess if it's damaging her, that means it's also hurting other people at the same time. But it looks like Denji is about to kill Makima, and then we flash away to the city after Kishibe's shown up. Kishibe is really uncertain about the plan Denji has here. He says that innocent lives are being sacrificed as they speak, and when they're talking about the whole plan, and he says that, oh, it's a bodily process, so I guess I can't really speed it up. And this had somehow, I wasn't even processing what was going on. It was probably because it was, early in the morning. Brain's not really working all the way. So then, Denji starts making himself some food. And he's thinking to himself out loud about how he still likes Makima, which is amazing. You know, really, serious Stockholm Syndrome shit. But that, he realizes that he can't forgive her for all of the people that she's killed. So, what do? How do you get rid of Makima? Attacks have no effect on her, so what do? I have an idea. How about the two of us become one? So, he cut up Makima and is making food out of her and eating it. So, as we found out with Power's temporary resurrection, when Denji consumes another devil, they don't get erased. When Chainsaw Man consumes another devil, they do get erased. But when Denji does it, they seem to, like, sort of get absorbed into his body, which I guess that means that's what he's doing right now. That seems to be his method of defeating Makima. It's because you can't kill her. The solution is to just not kill her. If you're familiar with Warhammer 40k, you've probably heard of Lucius. I don't remember what his epithet is, but he's like this dude who can't die. If you kill Lucius and you get any sort of enjoyment from it, you turn into Lucius. So, infinite resurrections. So really the solution to beating Lucius is to just not kill him. So you just, I don't know, bury him in a giant hole and leave him there forever. So that's sort of the solution here with Makima. Just fucking eat her and absorb her into your body. Which Kishibe is, like, really uncertain about, because it's like, aren't you still, like, kind of destroying her body through the digestive process? Like, it's a bodily process thing. You just sort of made this up on the fly. It's really not clear if this is gonna work. I guess that's Denji's genius plan to defeating Makima here. This feels really weird to have as, like, the penultimate chapter of the series. Because there's a lot of stuff that, like, really, really hasn't been addressed much. We never really found out why Makima was so obsessed with the Chainsaw Man. Was it because he was a tool that she could have used to have control over the world? We never found out any more stuff about those 4 horsemen. Like, a whole bunch of stuff like that. Stuff that we really could have, like, maybe had a whole nother arc for, and then just never really got addressed. So, I don't know, maybe we will get, like, a sequel series or something? But I have a feeling the huge announcement is probably the announcement for an anime adaptation. Isn't Fire Punch getting an anime? I thought I heard that somewhere. But I haven't seen, like, any big, huge announcements for it. I've just seen, like, people saying, oh yeah, it's getting an anime in 2021, without seeing, like, anything official for it. But with the popularity of Chainsaw Man, and the fact that it's over, they can just do, like, an anime. And they don't have to worry about a seasonal thing. They can just do the whole thing in one go, which is pretty nice. But yeah, I'm fairly interested in seeing what the next chapter has for us. It's a bittersweet feeling. This is the second weekly manga series that I've caught up to and followed till its conclusion. The first one was Demon Slayer, funnily enough. I started reading this series because Demon Slayer ended, and I was like, I need another weekly series to read. So this was the one I went to. So I hope this will break the curse of Shonen Jump series having mostly not good endings. And with that, that's all I have to say for this week's review. If you enjoyed, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and click that notification bell so you don't miss any of my uploads. I've been doing Chainsaw Man reviews every week, and I will of course be doing a review for next week's chapter, the final chapter. And if you're interested in seeing my reviews for, like, the last 6 months or so, I have them in a playlist, so go check those out if you're interested. If you enjoy other series such as Record of Ragnarok, Jujutsu Kaisen, and Kengan Omega, I do videos on those series as well, so if you're interested in those, you should definitely go check out my channel. If you enjoy discussing Chainsaw Man with other people, or just enjoy the content I produce on this channel, I highly suggest you check out my Discord server. I have a link to it on my channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you around.